This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So, about a year ago, I made a video about these message from space toys. And I was talking to you guys about these cool robots and this really cool looking spaceship, this little UFO of theirs. And that video is still up on the channel if you guys want to see that. Come on, turn. There you go. Oops. I think I'm going to repaint his head to a brighter white. That's just from age, and yeah, it has faded, so I will paint it to match his body because it has sure yellowed. So this little guy is the robot in question. I have seen him referred to as Tonto, and that's the way I talked about him in that video a year ago. Q-O-N-T-O, Tonto. But I have also seen him and heard him referred to as Tonto. So whether you refer to him as Tonto or you want to call him Tonto, Kimosabi, it makes no difference to me. I think he is a super cool little robot. And in that video I made a year ago, I told you guys that a long time ago when I was a little kid, back when these came out, which was, I believe, 1978, I used to have a bigger Tonto robot. And in that other video, I told you guys that I was keeping my eyes open for one and that I would eventually find one and add him back to the collection. Well, I found one. Look at this gorgeous box. And see, on this box, he is referred to as Tonto. Now, this version of the toy has firing missiles. These two little yellow dots on his chest, they shoot out. And I have read that that is the Japanese version of the toy. Obviously, it's a Japanese character and a Japanese toy, but I mean, when they brought this toy to America to sell, I was reading the other day that the missiles were permanently glued in to the little sockets that they didn't fire. I really don't remember one way or another if they fired or not. Yeah, it was a long time ago, and I don't really remember if mine shot the little rockets or not. I know the version I have now shoots rockets, and I will show you guys. So I found this guy on eBay. I had been searching and searching, and the only ones I found, they wanted insane astronomical prices for them, like 500 bucks. And there was no way I was going to pay that much for this robot, even though I really wanted him. Let's just say I paid less than 500 for him. But yeah, I really wanted to own this guy again. I wanted to add him to the collection. So let's get to it. I know, Thor. Daddy will take you to Burger King when this is done. Thor is giving me that look because, as you guys know, on Saturdays, I take Thor to Burger King and he gets 2 little cheeseburgers every Saturday. That's his treat when he comes to Daddy's house. Oh, man. So he has these interchangeable hands, specialty hands. Here are 2 more of the little missiles. Then he's got a long extendo hand. And he's got a laser gun hand. And another laser. So this is like a Chogokin. It's die-cast metal. It's heavy. I remember it being a lot bigger, when I was a kid, but that's because I was a lot littler. There is an electronic sort of bump and go version of this robot that bunks into things and then goes off in another direction. And I want to try and find that. It's a lot bigger than this one. But this is the one I had as a kid, and this is the one I really wanted to track down. Now, he's in beautiful shape. There's only one piece broken off of him. Up top here, right there, there is a, see that like little silver antenna up on the top of his head? That little piece is no longer there. That's broken off. But I could probably replace that with like, something plastic. Probably like a, when you build a model and you have the little leftover sprue pieces, I could probably find something like that, a shape like that, and just chrome it. And I could glue it on there. I don't know. I might just leave well enough alone. It's not that much of a catastrophe. But on top of his little head, he's got a fan. That's to keep his brains nice and cool. Oops. These little robot brains. There's a little spot that I might touch up. This is like a 50-year-old toy though, and it's in pretty goddamn good shape for as old as it is. I don't think they really played with this thing too much, whoever owned it. The arms are still nice and stiff. They're not loose. But yeah, you can replace these little hands with those other ones I showed you. His little like feet sort of move when you roll him along. Let's see if it'll show up. Oops, let's see. I don't think his well, let's try it. I think that's the trigger. Oh, yeah, it shot out. Yeah, they shoot out. I was gonna say, they shot out last night. I just got him yesterday. Got him in the mail yesterday. And it worked yesterday. Yeah, I don't remember if the one that I had when I was a little kid shot the missiles. Probably not, though, you know, because I got mine at, I think, Toys R Us. Like I explained in that other video, there was this awesome time at the end of the 70s and the very beginning of the 80s when Toys R Us and Sears and Macy's, they were starting to carry honest to God Japanese toys. The Shogun Warriors, I think, were testing the waters, and then there was just a flood of really cool Japanese robots started entering the market. And this was one of the ones that I owned when I was a little kid. And I'm glad to say I got him again. If you guys watched that first video that I made about Tonto, you know that I really wanted another one. And if you're persistent, if you keep looking, you can find what you want. You just got to keep looking. And so a little trick I found is sometimes you can't be too specific in the naming of a thing. I was very specific looking for Message from Space Quanto. This robot was not listed as that. This robot was listed as Popy, Chogokin, / Tonto. And I kind of stumbled upon this one. Yeah, because when I was looking under the spelling of Quonto, I was only coming up with the little guys. And then maybe like on YouTube, there's like me and maybe 3 other dudes that have a video about Quanto toy robots. But then when I just started looking under Chogokin or Popy or Japanese robots, you know, when you expand your search, because sometimes when you expand the search, you know, when you get sort of broad with the terms, sometimes you can find more stuff, because a lot of the times the people selling this stuff, they don't know exactly what it is they have. I don't even know if the dude that sold this, if this was his original toy, you know? So maybe he was just going off of what he could figure out from the box. But I am glad that I found one again, and I can mark him off the list of stuff I had as a little kid that I wanted to have again. And I found him again. Like I said, though, there is a large sort of electronic bump and go version of Tonto / Quanto that I would like to find, but that one seems really hard to find and really expensive. I've seen a couple of them for sale and they're really expensive. So who knows? Maybe. I mean, there was a time when this guy seemed impossible to find and I found him. This is everybody's favorite R2-D2 ripoff from the Message from Space TV show, starring Hiroyuki Sanada, who is everybody's favorite Sonny Chiba protege. Of course, now there's a whole new batch of people that know Hiroyuki Sanada from that new adaptation of James Clavell's Shogun. They know him as the Lord Toranaga, who was formerly played by the one and only Toshiro Mifune. Now it's being played by Hiroyuki Sanada. But yeah, when Sanada was a young pup in his 20s, and in between making ninja movies and samurai movies, you know, with and without Sonny Chiba, he was in Message from Space. And this was his little friend, Tonto, an R2-D2 ripoff that is really awesome. You know what? I'm probably not going to glue a little antenna thing at the top of his head the more I think about it, because it might sort of screw it up. And he looks fine without it. It's not like it makes him ugly without it. It's just a little piece on top. I probably won't fuck with it. I'll probably just leave him alone. Although I might try and touch up a little bit of the white paint. I'm definitely touching up the white paint on the little one. I didn't realize how badly that had faded. And it's not like it was exposed to excessive amounts of sunlight, because he's kept pretty much in that saucer, and the saucer is kept in a box that I have lots of Chogokin toys and Micronauts and Microman and a whole bunch of cool Japanese stuff, and it's not exposed to sunlight, so I'm not exactly sure how he got zapped so hard, but I'm definitely gonna paint that. You know, it might bring down the value, but I don't care. I'm never gonna sell it. I just want him to look the way he used to look. Like I said in the other video, the little Quantos, they made a red one, a white one, and a blue one. I don't own the red one. I'm still gonna track one down. But yeah, they're just super neat looking little robots. Little metal wheels, little metal toy with plastic arms and a plastic head, but the rest of him is all metal. Anyway, guys, did you own a Tonto slash Quanto? Have you guys ever watched the show? It's a fun little, Japanese sci-fi show with ninja action and spaceships, robots, and bad guy aliens. Hiroyuki Sanada. It's a fun time. Anyway, I just wanted to check in and say hi. Tell you guys I finally found the little robot I had been looking for. And I can mark him off the list. The list of childhood toys I owned that somehow got lost to the sands of time that I want to replace. Luckily, I still have like 95% of all my childhood toys. There's just a few pieces that have fallen through the cracks, but I will be sure to track them all down again. All right, guys, I hope everything is treating you well. I'm going to take Mr. Fussy Thor to Burger King and get his 2 little cheeseburgers. It's a rainy, cold day here in Sacramento today. And I think when Thor and I get back with our hamburgers, we're going to watch The Deadly Spawn. Because that movie takes place on a rainy day too. All right, my monster brothers and sisters, I'll talk to you soon. I'll bring some more cool monsters or robots or action figures your way very soon. Take it easy, my friends. Happy Halloween.